and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, tell a friend, follow us on the Twitter and the IG and all of that mess. All right, y'all. On the docket today, we have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 12, Episode 4, The Crystal Conundrum.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. On this episode, there was nothing there for me. There was basically what I got of this episode is that Crystal is holding on to things, and then she doesn't really say things how she feels in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who holds on to something for a whole year, and then hold on for a whole year and then throws her friend under the bus. I didn't like that, and the ladies were right to call her out for that. They're like, you can't throw that out there. It's like, oh, she said something really dark in terms to race, because you can't defend yourself. And that's what she did. And Garcelle was absolutely right. She thought, because I need to know what she said, because it could change the dynamic of our friendship depending on what she said, especially when it comes down to race. And Garcelle is not letting things be swept under the rug this season. And she's like, look, if we're going to have these conversations, we're going to have them, and we're going to put it to bed. And I'm enjoying that.
Okay. Alrighty. Here's what I thought about that whole thing. I think the three of them concocted this because it's amongst the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal needed to up her game in order to get a third season. So the Trace Omegas, Sutton and Garcelle are helping her by trying to throw Sutton under the bus about this dark thing that was said that drunk Kyle can't remember, or maybe she's just too racist to not understand that it flew over her head. I don't know.
Oh, when you saw maybe it just doesn't affect you, I was like, oof, oh. I'm like, I wonder if Debbie. I was thinking in my mind, I wonder if Debbie caught that. I was like, oof. I was like, oh no. I'm like, ooh.
And she's Crystal's very good at saying, when it comes to my integrity, nobody's gonna question me on that. I'm not backing that. Okay, go ahead, Chihuahua. But I think Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal are all together in this to help Crystal out because they like her.
Right.
And instead of attacking one of the others like how the other team would do, they're going to keep it internal and not hold no grudges. Right. And it'll be resolved by the end of the season.
Right. No, I can definitely see that. They're just playing into, like, we know each other, we like each other. Attacking them is not going to do no good. So what we're going to do, basically what they're going to do, any issues they have, they're going to make sure to resolve amongst themselves. And if someone's out of line, what they're going to do is, what they're not doing is waiting for the other ones to call them out. They're calling each other out on the spot, which saves them.
Yep. And the thing is that it's very smart what they're doing, because it's putting the other team on the back foot. Did you see Kyle's face in some of those scenes, other than when she was completely shocked at the shit that was coming out of Erica's mouth? But like, she was a little lost, and she was really trying to play catch up and get involved in this.
Yes.
She realized that her producer chair was being shifted in this episode. I don't think she liked it.
What they're doing is they're like, we're not going to give you guys anything to work with. Because when you handle things yourself within your group, you don't give the other team anything to come at you with.
It's so sad. It just Sutton is the smartest person on this show, and she is killing these women. She really is. What else did I take away from this episode? Garcelle took over producer. PK told Dorit to go away to Mexico, or just basically go away. Diana has allergies to stores. Sutton finally had her little event. and they tried to ruin it. But listen, did you notice the vibe of this episode once Rena went away? They carried
Yeah.
on.
Right.
Rena wasn't necessary.
No.
Garcelle stepped right up and did a classy shit stirring. I like it.
I mean, you know what Garcelle is like. It's interesting when you see. You could say a shit story. I just say she's not here for the BS. Like, look, we don't talk about this now.
Mhm.
We not going to do this. Whereas Kyle will say something just to get something started. With Kyle, she just does it to do it, but there's never any resolve with her. But when Garcelle does it, she's looking for resolve. Period. Because
Mhm.
she don't have time. She's like, I'm booked and busy. I ain't got time for this.
Mm-mm-mm.
But that's what happens when you're still working and have a production company. I'm just saying.
And production deals. You could have
Right.
a production company, but if you ain't got no deals, then
It don't
what's
mean
the
nothing.
point?
For
Kelly
sure.
O'Day says, in my opinion, they're all godless. Oops. All right. Well, I guess you sell a little piece of your soul to the devil for these shows. Oh yeah, and Dorit had a therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to stop showing this because it's making me doubt her.
You know what it is, and maybe I'm wrong in my sentiment, but when it seems like the more I see this, the more I feel it's produced, and that's what I'm not liking about it. I want to see Dorit's journey and how she gets over this, but the more we see it, it's like it's that much more dramatic. Like with her and PK in the confessional, like he's like, I'm not going anywhere. She's all, do you mean it? He's all like, of course. She's like, thank you. I'm like,
And then the
see,
next confessional, she's by herself. Where you went?
right, right. I'm like, huh?
I don't know. And I guess Dorit says, yeah, I've got this heavy storyline with the break-in and everything.
It's a great
But
storyline, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, it's a great storyline, but I don't
it
like the way it's being.
is.
I don't like the way it's being portrayed.
It's leaving too many questions. And for me, I'm going off on too many tangents when I look at her. But why is Dorit also trying to go after Crystal? Was that the original plan to get rid of the weak link?
Yeah, because they're doing it because Kathy's not there. That's what it is. To be complete, that's just my opinion.
Well, let's hope this picks up once Kathy gets there. She needs to finish planning Paris's wedding because I think that's
Right,
what was going on.
and she was in contract negotiations.
Oh, and she was filming Paris's show too.
Hmm.
She was booked and busy. Oh my God. Hey, Black Lavender. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Ryan. Welcome everybody to the chat. Okay. I think the highlight of the show was Kyle's badass dog Bambi, who kept on teething everybody food.
That dog steals food left and right.
There's a bathroom right off of that living room area. Remember where Erica went to break down last year?
Hmm.
When she was all over Garcelle? They could have put that dog inside that bathroom. That's not cute. And they're showing us that dog licking all the food on the kitchen counter on the buffet. Like, huh?
I think I fell out and had a problem with the dog. Sorry, I don't care if it is your dog.
Not that I'm ever going to, be invited to Kyle's any of her homes, but I would
Hmm.
never eat from her. Sorry. And y'all know I love to eat. I'd never eat from her. Production done outed you and everything that go on at your house. You and Bambi. Why did she take the dogs on the trip anyway? She didn't take them last time.
Right.
And she has 5
Oh,
dogs. They couldn't stay with the other 3?
right. Ryan, congratulations.
Why? What happened?
Ryan says I moved back to Chicago this weekend and started my new job yesterday. I'm remote this week, so we'll see how many of these lives I can make.
Oh my goodness. Yay! Congrats. Oh wow. You moved
That is
state?
amazing. I never thought we'd get used to remote work, but now I'm like this is.
You don't ever want to go back after you do remote work?
You know what it is? It's not necessary for what I do. Like all I like I'm doing everything from my laptop now,
Mm-hmm.
but all they would have to do is like send me my monitors, and I will be fine because everything I don't I'm not public facing, so it's
Mm-hmm.
not necessary for me to be actually in the facility.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, this is cool. It lets me actually do YouTube stuff easier. So
And
you
most of
know,
the people you deal with aren't even in your facility. Like you deal with the whole West Coast.
yeah.
So it's not like you need to go and have a face to face with somebody down in San Diego.
No, if I need to have face to face with you, I can turn on the little Zoom or the Microsoft Teams and get you together if I need to.
Yeah. Mm.
I see why you used to say I would never go back to working in a facility.
I
I'm like,
told
I
you
get you.
so. See, people don't listen to me. Y'all be thinking that I be drunk.
No, but when you work, it's weird when you work in the facility for what 20 years, and that's what you're used to doing for 20 years. You
Mm.
really until you're forced to, and you're like, oh, I really could like when I think about if I were going to work, I would probably be in the office by myself. I could do that at home.
Well, the thing is, I traveled a lot. So the
Hmm.
office came with me in the laptop bag.
Right.
So once I moved my actual physical office to home,
Hmm.
there was no going back for me. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah. And Ava says we do in Dubai, right? Oh yeah, we got them. We got them next. About we're just knocking out Beverly Hills. As
Mhm.
can we call this a nothing burger of an episode?
Yeah, this was kind of a filler, and I think they did it on purpose because Lisa had to go to Lois, who had Lois. How do you say that name? I've always had
Lois.
problems with Lois, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had a stroke, and as we all know, her mom passed away. But in the episode, she gave the update that her mom had the stroke. She had to go to her. They were moving her to hospice. She had a do not resuscitate, and Kyle then tried to make it about herself. But I ignored that. As much as I don't like Lisa Rinna, I did like her mom.
Oh, Lois was
So,
fantastic.
mm-hmm,
Like she was like that cool mom, and
mm-hmm.
she was a straight shooter.
And I think I just admired her for getting to her age and still having it all together. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I admired that. Feisty, funny, wonderful individual. I don't know how she created a spawn like Lisa Rinna, but okay. Okay. So yeah, so Lisa Rinna was missing for like most of the episode, which was quite enjoyable. Take note, Lisa Rinna. We don't need you. And all that toxic
Exactly.
energy that you bring. There was a little nothing burger piece with Sutton and Diana at a brunch trying to get to know you. Sutton, I appreciate you for trying. Diana, you real shady in your confessionals. I want to see something else besides you saying, and the worms are dead. And that's all she got out of that conversation when they were
Right.
sitting on
That's
the
it.
couches. The worms were dead. Your allergies must have really been acting up inside a Sutton store if that's all you got. Okay. Unless they was trying to do a replay of Hunky Dory moment from Kathy Hilton.
Right.
It fell flat. Yeah, that's about it. So
That's all it
yeah.
really was.
Mm-hmm. Filler episode, but I do like the dynamic of the Trace Amigas trying to do counteroffensives against the Force Fuck Fives. I don't know. I think I'm watching too much Ukrainian war news because everything is an offensive and a counteroffensive for me in my book. But yeah, that's the episode. That's the episode. Did we miss
Right.
anything?
No, this was a nothing burger episode. I think this was just um this is just a filler to get us to something else. This is what Beverly Hills does though. They'll do a storyline for a couple episodes, then they'll throw in that filler episode, which is to tie you over to the next chapter. They did this last year with Erica too. Like it would be you'd have a storyline and then they would throw in a filler to move it forward.
Speaking of that cow, did you believe what she said on the couch that they're questioning whether people are lying about not getting their money? What?
I was like, you know what, next. But did you see everyone's faces though?
For real.
Everyone's faces.
Even Lisa's face cracked. She was like, we didn't talk about that girl.
Lisa, Kyle, Dorit, they were all looking at her like, what are you talking about? Like when the axis of evil looks at you crazy and you're part of the axis of evil, you stepped out of line. They looking at her like you done went rogue.
Do you
and
think?
Then, go ahead.
No, I was just looking at what Kelly Swat said. Do you think Crystal will ever say?
Oh,
She needs to stop saying policing words because it's just one syllable. It has one vowel. It's just dark. Girl, you're a person of color.
Yes.
If you take ownership for the words that you're saying, that you're throwing out there.
Exactly. And that's the problem. Because you can affect people's perception of a person when you say things like that. So was it Kyle, I think it's Kyle and Garcelle said when you use those words, you automatically go to the worst case scenario.
Because I think it was Garcelle who said, what is it that she said? Do I need to reevaluate my relationship?
But here's the thing though.
When you saying that word, like your shirt is dark. Okay, so I understand what it is, but she says something dark.
But here's my whole thing though. She messed herself up. She's like, well, obviously it was something forgivable. I'm like, it wasn't dark enough to where you can't be friends with her. Really?
Because maybe it wasn't about Asians. It was about Black people. Because that's where I'm going. I'm going all the way there. You say, oh, she said something dark. I was like, what she said about Black people?
I know, I got you. But my thing is, the way she's trying to make it dramatized, I was like, well, it can't be that bad if you're still willing to talk to her. And if it was anything, you would have ran straight to Garcelle with that mess. Quit playing. We know how you do.
I don't know. I think Crystal needs to go to an acting coach if she's gonna start playing chess, not checkers, on this series.
She's not good at it. If she's gonna I think her role needs to be she's a B. I think she needs to be that prissy bee. This whole pot stirring, emotional manipulation is not good on her. She doesn't do it well.
Another great point, Kelly all day. After seeing Crystal saying she was violated, I feel she over exaggerates things. I wonder how dark is dark.
Right. It's just my thing is that until I hear what was said, I can't make a judgment.
Susan says, I don't think it's anything. I don't either. I think it's a little plot for them.
Right. And I will say this, if she doesn't say it soon, I'm not going to care.
You just want everybody to hurry up. You want everybody to be on Bambi's schedule.
Yeah, because it's just like there's certain things I want to see. Maybe I'm waiting to get to the part where Cherie comes on, Kathy comes on.
When does Cherie get there?
Later in the season, it looks like. And then I want Garcelle to Erica. She's like, I don't have to make you look bad. You can do that on your own. That part.
But you know that they got like 4 trips. They have the La
Right?
Quinta trip. They have the Mexico trip, Punta Mita. That's money. They got Aspen and someplace else. They got, is it 3 or 4 trips in this season? That's a
Yeah.
lot.
And I want to see if Erica's gonna get raked out over the coals, and I want to know who her benefactor is. 'Cause I'm still looking at her side, but like, how you afford Mikey? Why are you looking better this season? I want to
Hey
know.
there,
Hey,
too.
Sarv.
Oh my
No,
God.
those are the real questions that we want answers to in regards to Erica. How you get Mikey back? Mikey left you because you had no money. He ain't
I
working for
don't
free.
care. I don't
I do.
care.
I want to know who the benefactor is. That's all I care about.
I don't care about that neither.
I
I
do.
just want her gone.
I mean, like, well, she's on the show now, so I want the answer. As long as she's on the show, I want to know where the money's coming from. Nothing else. Because here's the reason why, and I'm going to be a little bit messy, because if there's no benefactor, I want to know how she stashed the money.
Oh, good Lord. You see Susan's question.
Yeah, it could be, or she has some cash stash somewhere. It's one or the other. Either you have a benefactor, or you hit up one of the safety deposit box that Tom had hidden. I mean, allegedly, in
She
my
can't risk
opinion.
doing that right now. You feel like they're not watching her every move?
But here's the thing, though. Exactly, that's my thing. Like, how you afford Mikey. That's why I bring up the question.
Because
Like
somebody else's credit card paying for it.
that, which is why I want to know who the benefactor is. Mikey does not come cheap.
No, he doesn't. But she's looking a whole lot better this season.
My point.
Like
See,
last season was like trailer trash, brokety broke, broke. With that
see,
grand culmination in that
reunion.
the reunion look, that prom dress from hell, and the face. Like she did her own makeup, and she looked like her age plus 10. On Twitter, they had a side by side that showed when you was spending the people money and when you ain't had no money. And the had no money was the picture from the reunion last season where she was like crying.
Yes.
And then the other picture when she had the money was like back in the days. It's expensive to be me. Maybe she just didn't get no plastic surgery last year.
I still think she got a benefactor, but we'll see.
Mm-mm. All right, y'all. That's a shit.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. It was, well, at least they waited till episode 4 to
Hmm.
give us a filler because Atlanta gave us a filler in episode 2.
Right. Because they wanted on camera that Candy give the go ahead to spend the money. That's all it was. Sorry. That's all I got. That's all I got. I said Big Mama said go ahead. She gave the okay.
You so messy.
I'm accurate. I consider it accurate. Messy, accurate, the truth. Oh, what you want to call it.
Oh
My
my God.
opinion.
Yes, his opinion. His opinion. His opinion. Okay, y'all. Come back at the top of the hour. We are going to go through the Real Housewives of Dubai, which was the pinnacle of last night's TV watching.
And we were right with what they were holding. I'm very proud of us.
I love it. What were we right about?
What they were holding. What they would be holding.
Oh, the goal.
The gold, yeah, the gold bars. We were right
Mm.
about that. So we talked like it has to be gold. And so we were like gold bars seem like the most. I think it was you and someone else. I can't remember who it was. That said gold bars
I
make the most
guessed
sense.
gold, sand, and palm, but palm trees would have been too much
Right.
and cheesy. But yeah, the gold. Mm-mm-mm. It was a good episode, y'all. So come back at the top of the hour. We will go through taglines. We will go through all of the characters. And
Sydney, do you have the screenshots of the taglines?
I have it. I have it pulled up from Instagram.
Okay, yeah. Because Ryan asked like, will you all have screenshots to keep the women straight? I think I already kind of have them straight, which is weird. I was shocked.
We will do that. I have their Bravo shots. We can do that. But miraculously enough, I think I have the names down because I was that
Yeah.
interested.
You have the Carolines, Stanbury, and
Well, I
Brooke.
only remember one Caroline.
Oh, shut up! Stop.
I didn't like her coming into this, and I still don't like her.
I don't like her for her storyline, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. So come on back, bring a snack, and we'll do a deep dive into it. All right, y'all. So Jamal, any final words on Beverly Hills?
Nope, we're good.
All right. So until next time.
Yep.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.